So we all know that kids learn so much from each other. I'm a big believer on talking, a lot of talking in the classroom. And, I think they learn so much from their peers, which is a lot more rich, I feel like, than I could teach them sometimes. So we do a lot of pair and share during Writer's Workshop. We made templates that you can use in your classroom, and so there's the basics like peanut butter jelly, A and B capital, A and B lowercase, and then I like to switch it up with my kids, so I made bacon and eggs. I have a burrito and a taco one, just to keep it, fresh. I try to change it all the time, keep them excited about it. So when my kids come to the mini lesson, they come with their buddy, whoever their buddy is, and I feel like for me that I have little pictures of my kids that I print out to use during the year. I'll print them out and keep it in a pocket chart so they can see, like, Olivia is with Keith, and that way every time they know they sit next to each other. And it's a process, and it takes a lot of practice to get this looking like you want it to. But once you get it like all ironed out, I love to whip out a pair and share when my principal's in observing me, like, boys and girls, turn to your buddy, and it's like perfect, quiet, like it's like a beautiful moment in a first grade classroom. So how I do it in my class is we talk, and I'll say, okay, boys and girls, I need you to turn to your buddy. And our routine for how it has worked best for me is they just turn, and if anyone starts to talk, they have to all turn back, and we have to do it again, and that like so annoys them. So they know when they turn, there's no talking. They have to wait till the question is asked. And so then I'll ask, like, when we start, it's like, what's your favorite kind of ice cream? I'd like my egg to share with the bacon. And the egg will go first, and then the bacon will, and then I'll give them, and I'll be like, okay, wrap up your thinking. All right, bacon friends, I want you to tell your friend, what is your favorite kind of ice cream? The bacon friend will talk. And then for me, what has worked is I say, all right, boys and girls, let's wrap up our writing in 5, 4, 3, 2. And I don't say 2, but they have to be turned to me at 2. Like, otherwise, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sad. We have to try again. And they just know. Their voices turn off. They're facing towards me. And it takes a lot of practice. I mean, a lot of practice to get it seamless like that. But once you do, it is beautiful. And each friend is getting to share their thinking. They're getting to share their writing with each other. They're having conversations that are appropriate and showing respect. A lot of that is teaching those social skills, too. You look at your friend in the eye. You take turns when someone else is talking. So we gave a lot of different options for parent share. And if you do something different in your classroom, I own an embarrassingly amount of clip art. And if you want something different, if you sent me an email, I could easily make that for you. So if you do like ketchup, mustard, I could make that for you real fast and send it back. So if you want it to work better in your class.
This summer at Dollar Tree, they have the ketchup and mustards already, cheap little dollar, everything's $1 in Dollar Tree, where the teacher section is. If you don't want to waste your print ink on your printer, they have the ketchup and mustards there already done. So, because I've used those before. They used to have peanut butter and jelly, but the manager just looked at me like I was crazy when I asked where that went. So I just took the ketchup and mustard. And for any new teachers out there with kindergarten, it really helped me. Like, I have a peanut butter and a jelly that's just up by my where I'm meeting, and I just flip it. Peanut butters go first today. Then the next day I know to pull it down and put jellies up. So there's never who gets to go first, and you don't have that fighting. They know to look up there, and that's who gets to go first to share that day. And then I also teach that there's a bell, because as I'm listening, because you're usually walking around and listening to the conversations, and as you're walking around and listening to the conversations, when you can start hearing it drift, just like teachers sometimes drift during our meetings, you can hear when the talking starts drifting away from what it should be. I have a bell I ring, and then they know it's time to switch, and the other partner gets to go. Also, when we're done, and I pull them back, and I pull them back just like Kelsey does, I count 5, 4, and at 3, I'm real quiet. I stop at 2, 1, and then I teach my students that at 0, the looker comes out. And I'm looking to see who is, so that's my 0. And they know to be in Body Basics at 0 because the looker is coming. And also, when we're done, I will roll a dice and I'll say, oh, number 5, Jelly, is sharing today. And so number 5, Jelly, stands up according to our chart, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they have peanut butter and jellies. So that person has to stand up, and they do not get to share what they think. If we're doing predicting or whatever we're talking about, they have to share what their partner said. So they have to learn how to be a good listener in kindergarten, and that's crucial.
And that'll be May for pre-K, and maybe not May. They don't even know what they're drawing.
Okay.
Something else I want to tell you that I'm doing currently. I bought just a cheap silver star at the Dollar Tree, and we form a circle, and we go around and we pass the star, and whoever's holding the star is the only person that can talk. So we're building mutual respect and kindness and good listening skills. And so, I'm waiting for someone to talk so I can say, oh, you got to be respectful. You want them to listen to you, then you need to listen to them. And so we're already passing the star, and I'm asking them, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Like just little simple things they can answer. And whoever's holding the star is the only person that can talk. And everybody's eyes have to be on them. So when we do start the author's chair and the person is up front talking, they know whoever's talking, and I'll even have them hold the star in the beginning. So they'll be respectful to that. So.
And you'll want to, and you know this, but change up your buddies. So don't have these same 2 kids I'm sure everyone in their brain has that kid that you're like, oh, bless that little girl's heart that has to be with that friend, You'll want to pass that around. No. But also because they're going to learn different things from different kids. Just like our kids every year transfer teachers, they learn a little bit different from every teacher. You'll want your kids to have different opportunities with different friends.
Okay, you may just want to do peanut butter and jelly. Like, you may not want to do eggs and bacon and A and B. You just may want to stick to peanut butter and jelly all year. You'll know your group, so.
All right. Okay, and then to complimenting or, sharing time. We said sharing at the beginning was crucial to getting your kids excited about writing. Something that Beth does in her class is a wish and a star, so I'll let her talk about that. It's super cute.
Okay. Well, when we come in and we take author's chair and they have their share passes, after they get done sharing their work, everyone out there has a little stick with, do you have those?
Yeah.
Okay. They have a little stick, and these are available to you also to print in color. And they just fold it. Actually, I do. I laminate them, and I fold them and put them on the sticks because I'm that kind of teacher. So I pass them out, and then when the students have shared their work, they have to hold up their wish first, which is the genie, and they tell something that they wish they saw. I wish I saw sunshine. It's kind of like a critiquing thing. We call it a wish. And then they have to flip it over and end with a star. You're a rock star because I loved this about your writing. So they do a wish, something they wanted to see, but they love this, and they end with a positive. And that's how we do our wish and star at sharing time.
And in pre-K, you might just want to do the star to start out. I really like your person, or I really like how you use 3 colors.
Oh, and even in kindergarten, there's so much modeling that's going on first before I pass those out.
Yeah.
I do the wish and the star many, many, many times so they understand how to critique in a polite and nice manner. A lot of modeling.
Yeah, lots of modeling.
Yeah. And it's so funny too. I had a kid last year. He was on this zombie kick. And I am a bad teacher because we were in narrative writing. But he wanted to write about a zombie that went to school, and there was nothing else he wanted to write about. So I just wanted him to write. So I was like, okay, well, write about you go to school, write about this zombie that goes to school. You know a lot about school. So he wrote it. I mean, it was like, it was cute. So he gets up and shares, and the kids were like, we want a second book about the zombie. Like, they were so into the zombie book, and he was not my best little writer. Like, he was one you're like, okay, he needs a chance to share. So he started The Zombie Went to the Pool. And then there was like Zombie at Halloween. It became like a series of zombie books. But he was so pumped about this zombie character because his classmates had said how much they liked his zombie book. So it gets your kids excited about writing, which is fun.